Hey guys, Ryan Melrose here. For today's video, I'm talking about my journey as a independent webcomic cartoonist and writer. How did I get into it? Well, when I was little, I used to read Lee Falk's The Phantom comics. And, I was fascinated by how the art looked. Being a little kid, I loved pictures, and the speech bubbles always fascinated me with the little bit of dialogue in each speech bubble when the characters were talking. I always found that very interesting and just sort of stuck with me. And so from then, as a little kid, I started drawing my own little picture books. Sometimes they might have been like a little bit of slice of life or something that happened to me in the day, completely exaggerated, of course, or maybe something I saw on TV. Who knows? We all start from somewhere, and unfortunately, I don't have any of those to show anyone today. And when I was 15, I drew my first comic, like sort of a more proper way a comic is set up, and that was called Baby Star Wars. Basically it had Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, and Boba Fett, but they were all infants. And after that was finished, it sort of spread through the family, and they had a bit of a laugh, and they'll tell me they liked the art, and they suggested that maybe I somehow try to make a living making comics. And so now I had no idea on how to do that, but I thought, hey, why not give it a shot? And at the very least, it'll help me grow as an artist. I can create my own stories. I can at the very least have a lot of fun with it, no matter what happens. So from that point on, I started drawing my own comics and taking it a bit more seriously. So a bit of trial and error. It was hard for me to come up with my own characters, considering every idea pretty much has been done before. And eventually I sort of got over that. Just told myself, as long as you're being creative with it, you're having fun, then really it doesn't matter. So about 2 years later, I created Almighty Eye, which is now a webcomic that I still work on today. Almighty Eye is something I still work on today, and I'm very proud of it. Starting from not very good drawings with the old paint program, as well as to how the Almighty Eye comics look today. So I'm very proud of the progression I made. And around the same time frame, Chase Hoodlums was also created, my first horror character. The kid who's been bullied his whole life. Pretty much the ultimate story of a kid who gets bullied his whole life fights back. And I'm actually redoing that comic, updating the artwork the way I do it now, rather than just badly pen drawn, which is what the Chase Hoodlums comics used to look like. Alright, so now that I have had some completed comics done, the next step was trying to get them to get them seen by people. You know, see if I can create a following or a fan base. And that's where also, how am I going to do this? No one outside my family knows about this stuff that I do, so, you know, and that's when I found the internet and, of course, YouTube. And, of course, after that, you know, I also found social media sites. And from there, I just started making YouTube videos for my comics. Hence, the beginning of this channel. And eventually, I also found Facebook and Twitter. You know, places where I could share my video to try get some more views out of it. But then came the other problem of, okay, we're getting a little bit of exposure for it, but how would I actually go about making money from it? And that's when I started looking around for places where maybe I could sell my webcomics or display it and get a little something for it. So I found, you know, I started looking into ad revenue, but at that time ad revenue was pretty much only just started. I found a webcomic hosting site, Tapastic, where I started posting my comics on there and getting a bit of ad revenue on the side. Not much, mind you. I mean, when I first started, I may have gotten maybe 50 cents a day, something like that. These days, I only get about 10 cents a day, you know, due to adpocalypse, and as we know, ad revenue's taken quite the hit, you know, ever since people started coming up with ad blocker and things like that. So yeah, and I also found a self-publishing website where I can actually get my comics printed off into books and actually sell them online. And, you know, I decided to go with Lulu Self-Publishing. And, you know, I find it's a pretty good site. I also gave Indie Planet a try. I still get some sales from there every now and then. I find that Lulu tends to help a lot, because I just find it easier to, you know, print copies of my comic a lot easier, as well as sell and distribute them. You know, some of my friends tend to be big buyers, but yeah, I'm basically in the process now of trying to market my work better, so I can hopefully attract more readers aside from just friends and family, because, you know, I get a little bit of money off that, but definitely not enough that I can really, you know, say that I'm making a living, I guess you could say. And, you know, it'd be really cool to, you know, get my comics to a point where I can make a living off it, and therefore increase the quality of my work, and, you know, and open up some more opportunities for myself. But that's the stage I'm at now. It's I really believe that I've improved my artwork to the point that I can actually start making a decent living off it. At least that's what everyone's always telling me, and that the only thing that's really stopping me is myself, my own doubt, my own, you know, me thinking, it's not going to happen. There's just too much competition out there. And while that is true, you know, I got to admit my old man does have a point. All it takes is 0.01% of the world population to like what you do as a cartoonist and buy it, and suddenly you're making a decent living out of it, and all you're doing is creating comics off your characters that I'm passionate about bringing to life for everyone and sharing them with everyone, and that there's honestly nothing more rewarding than that. So in conclusion, that's my goal. I want to make a decent living off the content I create, because I know that if that happens, if people went around and downloaded the $3 digital comics on my Lulu store, I would make a decent amount of money, and I'm not ripping people off. I'm not overcharging for my comics, which I've noticed that a lot of webcomic artists seem to do, and I think they might be shooting themselves in the foot doing that. That's my opinion anyway. But yeah, so those are my goals, and I know that if my artwork is getting the appreciation it deserves, it's only gonna increase my quality of creating more comics, better comics, and it's gonna keep me doing this for years to come. Yeah. You're probably wondering why I'm holding this in my hand. I actually had this whole speech written down to try not to stutter and pause as much as I do. Well, anyway, so that's all I wanted to basically say today. I just want to tell you guys a bit more about myself, what I'm doing, what I'm trying to accomplish. And Jen, if you guys like this video or want to check out some of my content, help yourself out to the content in the description. I've left links to my Lulu store, also to Tapastic, so you can have a look at some of the free stuff that are on there. And yeah, basically we'll go from there. Definitely like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Any port of support helps. So yeah, I look forward to reading your comments, finding out what you guys want in terms of my channel, and in looks of creating some comics that everyone can read, everyone can enjoy, and you're not paying a ridiculous amount to get some good comics. $3 for a digital, for like a 30-page digital comic, that's not it's not much to ask for. It's not much to ask for, and 14, it'd be good to make a good income, for 14 years of hard work, where I've gotten nothing for. And I'm not going to stop creating comics. I'm going to keep creating, even if I were to get nothing for it. I like creating comics. I always will. I enjoy it. It's really fun, bringing an entire world of imagination to life. It's enjoyable. And I'm sorry guys, I didn't mean for the video to go this long. I just sort of a bit of improv here. But anyway, I'm gonna call it a day now, and I'll see you next time I upload. And You know, I also sort of hope that this video sort of encourages other people who are thinking about doing webcomics to get out there and actually do it and try things. So yeah, so I hope this has sort of inspired some people a little bit. And anyway, I'll be back again for another video next time I have a chance to create one and upload one. And yeah, well, I'll hopefully see you all next time. So, you know, guys, be safe, have a good one, and yeah, grab your visual diary out and start creating.